The mountains do not kneel to the storm, and neither should you. When true power rises, falsehood trembles. They tried to silence you, to chain you with doubt, to build walls in your path. But they weren't just opposing you, they were defying the universe that chose you. You are the spark they never saw coming, the roar in a world built on silent obedience. Now they tremble because your light exposes what they tried to hide. They fear it. They fear you. Before we dive deep into what's ahead, pause. And like this video, subscribe to help us reach our 1,000 subscriber milestone, and comment the number 77 to seal this message in agreement with heaven. That number isn't random. It carries spiritual power, divine alignment, and confirmation of the new beginning you're stepping into. Chosen one, you felt it, that hum in your chest, that ache for something real. That was your awakening. You were never meant to blend in. You were built to shatter the mold, to stand unmoved when the ground shakes. You are not surviving, you are becoming. The universe carved destiny into your soul. The weak feel it, the false ones fear it. They don't know why your presence unsettles them. But you do. Still doubt yourself? Let me be clear. You didn't choose the light. The light chose you. And when it did, everything false crumbled. Friends, places, masks, all fell away because you outgrew the illusion. Stop apologizing for your magnitude. You are not too much. They were too small. You are here not to fit into the old world, but to build a new one. That's why they fought you. Not your success, but your awakening. Because when a chosen one rises, the world must shift. You are not coming back, you are ascending. If you feel destiny pulsing through you, stay. This is not just a video, it's your confirmation. Rise. Number 1, you feel an urgent call to leave, chosen ones. Have you felt it? That inner tug, that whisper deep in your spirit that says, it's time. You're not crazy, you're not lost, you're not running away from life, you're running toward your destiny. What you're feeling is a real phenomenon known as divine discontent. It's the restless stirring that happens when your spirit outgrows its current environment. Psychologists describe similar experiences as positive disintegration, where the discomfort isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. The urgency you sense, that's divine timing kicking in. It's like an alarm clock set by your soul long before you were even born. It signals that a chapter has ended. Your contract with the old systems, the old mindsets, the old energies has expired. Those around you might not understand. They might label you selfish, unrealistic, or even rebellious. But in truth, you are answering a sacred call, a call that has echoed through ancient civilizations and still speaks today to those ready to shift into a higher existence. You're not just leaving a job, a city, or a relationship. You're leaving behind an entire frequency. Scientists now know that everything, including thoughts and emotions, has a measurable frequency. When you elevate spiritually, you literally start vibrating at a different energetic level. Imagine trying to run the latest apps on a Windows 95 computer. It would crash every time. That's what living in the old frequency feels like for a chosen one whose soul is ready for the upgrade. You're not broken, you're evolving. The old world cannot contain the new you. It's time to trust the pull, answer the call, and step into the higher reality you were always destined for. Number 2, the crown is invisible. For now, let's talk royalty. Not the kind you see flashing diamond tiaras on the red carpet or making headlines in tabloids. No, I'm talking about divine royalty. The kind that is written into your spirit before you even take your first breath. Chosen ones, whether you realize it or not, you've already been crowned. You might not see a golden circlet glistening in your mirror, but trust me, the universe sees it. And more importantly, heaven has declared it. That's why your life has been no ordinary journey. Crowns aren't handed out in comfort, they're forged in fire and pressure, just like diamonds. In fact, scientists have proven that diamonds form under extreme heat and intense pressure deep within the earth. And your soul has been refined in much the same way. You weren't chosen because you were flawless. You were chosen because you refused to quit. You survived heartbreak that would have crushed others. You stood tall through rejection, betrayal, and the heavy silence of spiritual isolation. Each scar became a stroke of gold woven into your royal tapestry. The crown isn't something you casually place on your head. It's something you become through resilience, humility, and unwavering faith. And now the time is drawing near when the world will finally recognize what heaven has known all along. The world that once dismissed you will soon marvel at you. Remember those days when people laughed, called you strange because you loved solitude, believed in energy, or found peace talking to plants and nature? Interestingly, science today acknowledges the benefits of grounding, plant communication, and solitude for mental health. Turns out you weren't crazy. You were simply ahead of your time, a pioneer of spiritual truth walking in a world still trying to catch up. Number 3, the old Earth is collapsing. Newsflash. The world as we knew it is ending. Systems are collapsing. Truth is rising. Lies are being exposed. For centuries, the old Earth operated under the heavy forces of fear, greed, competition, and division. Societies were structured around scarcity mindsets and survival instincts, rooted deep in humanity's lower consciousness. This model drove wars, inequality, and separation. But now something extraordinary is happening. Across the globe, a collective awakening is stirring. The new Earth is emerging, and its foundation is entirely different. It is being built on love, unity, purpose, and truth. Quantum physics even hints at this shift, showing that our consciousness influences reality. As more people awaken to higher states of love and coherence, the frequency of the planet literally changes. And chosen ones, you are at the heart of this transformation. You are the blueprint holders. You are the architects of a new way of living, the carriers of light in a world desperate for hope, the stabilizers of higher frequencies when chaos threatens to pull everything apart. While many still cling to the crumbling institutions and outdated systems, you are called to something greater. You are called to pioneer new paths, create new solutions, and offer new visions for humanity. That deep feeling of not fitting in, that unbearable noise of the world that feels foreign to your spirit. It is not a flaw, it is confirmation. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to rebuild. This is not a random moment in time. It is a sacred assignment. Every tear, every setback, every lonely road has been preparing you for this pivotal role. Stand tall. Your very existence is part of the new Earth's foundation. The future is not written in stone, it is written in light, and you are holding the pen. Number 4. You're unplugging from the matrix. You've seen through the illusion, the 9-to-5 trap, the fear programming, the shallow distractions. Chosen ones don't chase trends, we chase truth. Breaking free doesn't always mean quitting your job and living off-grid in the mountains. Sometimes it's deeper, and it's about mentally, emotionally, and spiritually unplugging from a system designed to keep you asleep. Studies in psychology confirm that society heavily relies on groupthink and fear-based programming to maintain conformity. When you begin questioning the script, you awaken to a much bigger reality. Unplugging means making powerful daily choices, choosing your soul over society, peace over popularity, purpose over performance. It's not about rebellion for rebellion's sake, it's about alignment. According to research on human motivation, true fulfillment comes from living authentically, not from seeking external validation. And once you unplug, something incredible happens. You stop asking for permission. You stop waiting for approval to be yourself. You stop shrinking to fit into spaces you have outgrown. Instead, you start expanding. You begin to remember who you truly are, a divine soul sent here with a mission, not a machine designed to meet endless expectations. Of course, unplugging can be awkward at first. You might sit through conversations where people think you are just going through a phase. They will project their fears onto you because your growth reminds them of the areas where they are still stuck. Let them talk. Let them assume. Meanwhile, you are quietly building something sacred. You are planting seeds for a new reality, a new Earth, one that values freedom, consciousness, love, and truth. You are creating empires not based on power over others, but on power within yourself. And that kind of silent revolution, it is unstoppable. Number 5, signs you're one of the first to be crowned. So how do you know if you're one of the first to be crowned? Let's dive into it. Here are 7 powerful soul signs. First, you feel an intense homesickness for a place you can't describe. It's as if your soul remembers a home beyond this world. This longing is often tied to ancient spiritual roots, a sign you've been set apart for a divine purpose. Second, you've survived extreme spiritual warfare. Life has tested you with battles most people can't even imagine. According to spiritual teachings, those who are destined for leadership must first endure and overcome great adversity. Third, you've outgrown old environments. You no longer fit into spaces, relationships, or mindsets that once felt comfortable. Growth requires shedding the old to make room for the new. Fourth, you attract deep conversations and constant synchronicities. Meaningful encounters, prophetic dreams, and coincidences are actually divine nudges showing you're aligned with a higher path. Fifth, you are often misunderstood but remain unmoved. Even when others question your journey, you stand firm. Spiritual texts suggest that true leaders are frequently outcast before they are celebrated. Sixth, you're drawn to nature, solitude, and silence. The deeper your connection to the divine, the more you crave the peace that only stillness can bring. Many mystics, prophets, and spiritual pioneers spent time alone before stepping into their destiny. Seventh, you feel like you're preparing for something big, even if you can't fully explain it. This inner knowing is a sign that your spirit is already aligning with a greater mission. You're not waiting for the crown, you're already walking in it. Every step you take, every battle you survive, every calling you answer, it's proof that your coronation has already begun. Keep walking, you were born for this. Number 6, what is the new earth? The new earth isn't something you can locate with GPS or find on a map. It's not a hidden island or a secret city tucked away in the mountains. The new earth is a frequency, a higher level of consciousness, a spiritual kingdom that exists within and around us. It's not about traveling somewhere else, it's about awakening where you already are. In the new earth, love is the governing force, not fear. Where the old world often thrives on division, scarcity, and survival, the new earth thrives on truth, abundance, unity, and compassion. Lies collapse under the weight of authentic living. Separation dissolves into oneness. It's the realization that at the deepest level we are not competitors, strangers, or enemies. We are reflections of one another. This vision isn't new. Ancient prophets like Isaiah, mystics like Rumi, and sages across cultures spoke of a time when a new heaven and a new earth would emerge. They weren't talking about bulldozing the planet and starting over. They were pointing to a shift in consciousness, a profound transformation of the human spirit. The chosen ones, those who feel called and stirred from within, are here to help bring this reality into being. They act like spiritual midwives, guiding the painful but beautiful birth of a higher world. They build bridges between heaven's ideals and earth's reality. They awaken those still slumbering in fear, and they light a path that others can follow. You're not here to escape the chaos, hide from the darkness, or wait for some distant rapture. You're here to transform it, to remake the world by living from a higher truth. When you embody the new earth within you, the world around you begins to change. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Number 7, you'll leave for good, but not alone. Yes, you'll leave, but not in bitterness, not in fear. You'll leave in love. You are shedding the old version of yourself, like a snake shedding its skin, not because the old you was a mistake, but because you've outgrown it. The false timelines, the drama, the heavy emotional density, and the distortion of your true self, they no longer fit who you are becoming. Spiritually speaking, this is called an ascension process, a profound shift in consciousness where you align more deeply with your soul's highest truth. What you carry forward is priceless. Your inner fire, your sacred truth, and the unique energetic codes you were always meant to share. In spiritual circles, these codes are often described as your gifts, your wisdom, and your soul's signature vibration, frequencies that naturally awaken and inspire others. And soon, like a magnet, you'll draw your soul tribe. These are people who vibrate at a similar frequency, individuals who have also navigated the same battles, transmuted the same pain, and chosen the path of awakening. Meeting them feels like recognition, like a reunion across lifetimes. You'll realize something profound. You were never truly alone. You were simply early, among the first wave of souls called to rise, lead, and pave the way. What felt like loneliness was never punishment. It was preparation for leadership. Leadership is not about dominance. It's about authenticity. It's about carrying the light boldly when others are still searching in the dark. Your journey was never just about you. It was about becoming a living beacon, a reminder to the world that transformation is possible, and that love, not fear, is the ultimate path forward. Number 8, you are being activated. Everything in your life has led to this very moment, the pain you endured, the trials you faced. The silent nights were filled with uncertainty, the prayers that seemed to go unanswered. It was all part of your activation. You see, chosen ones aren't born into comfort, they're born into chaos and rise through it. If you look closely at history, every great figure who left a lasting impact faced incredible adversity. Joseph was betrayed and sold into slavery before rising to power in Egypt. David faced giants, literally and figuratively, before becoming a king. Even modern leaders and innovators often come from humble, turbulent beginnings. You are no different. You are the seed that broke through concrete. Biologists tell us that seeds growing through hard surfaces exert incredible pressure, up to 1,000 pounds per square inch. That's what it takes to break through. And spiritually, that's what you have done. You didn't just survive, you transformed. You are the light that didn't burn out. Light, when placed under extreme pressure or covered in darkness, doesn't disappear. It intensifies. Just like you, your inner strength grew stronger when the world tried to dim it. You are living proof that divine timing is real. In nature, everything unfolds at its appointed time. The blooming of a flower, the migration of birds, even the turning of seasons. Similarly, your struggles weren't delays, they were divine preparations. What seemed like a detour was actually a setup for your destiny, and now your mission is go. No more hesitation, no more second guessing. Everything has aligned for you to step into your power. You are ready, because everything you faced was never meant to destroy you, it was meant to prepare you. Number 9, the final shift. There will come a moment, and it's closer than you think. When everything changes, you'll feel it in your spirit like a divine wind, a holy push that stirs your soul awake. In spiritual teachings, major shifts often begin subtly like a breeze before a storm, but suddenly everything accelerates. Paths align, barriers unlock, doors you never even knocked on will swing wide open. This is what many ancient traditions call a kairos moment, a divine, appointed time when heaven's will manifests on earth. You'll hear voices, not of the world, but of the Spirit, calling you higher, urging you into your destiny. The new earth, the renewed spiritual order that prophets and mystics have spoken of for generations, will begin to take form through you. Chosen ones, you stand at the edge of your spiritual coronation. This is the final shift before the arrival of what you were always meant to become. The world around you may not understand it, they may even resist it, but your soul will recognize it instantly because it was written into your being before you were even born. Stand ready, the season of your unveiling is here. Chosen one, you're not here to fit in, you're here to transform, you're not broken, you are brave, you are not lost, you are leading, and now you will leave the old behind for good, because the crown fits and the new earth awaits. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let noise distract you. Don't let the past define you. You are a chosen one and you are ready. Awaken your spirit. Like this video, subscribe and join this powerful community of chosen ones. Together we rise, together we lead, together we become the new earth.